YouTube, what is up? It's your boy T. Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking boxing. We're talking Misfits versus the Zone X Series number 4. It features a full card. We're going to run through the fights from top to bottom. You'll see it on the side if you're watching on YouTube. All the fights running through one by one, including the mystery opponent versus B Dave. We're going to start off with this fight you see right now, Elbrook versus FaZe Ordway. We've seen the Elbrook fight before. I've watched videos of Elbrook using her hands, and I must say she's pretty good with them. So if we have a give our prediction who we think is going to win between Elbrook and FaZe Ordway. We haven't seen FaZe box. El looks very good in the pads, very technical. He took time out to go train. He's moved somewhere for the last couple of months to train boxing every day and dedicate to it. FaZe Ordway we don't know too much about. She looked okay in a pad, she looked like she had decent technique. It's going to be a good fight. I think the fight is going to shock a lot of people, and on this fight I'm going to take Elbrook to beat FaZe Ordway. Fight number 2, we're going to run through them, guys. There's no point trying to tell you about every fighter after orthodox southpaw, what their favorite punches, what their strengths and weakness and all that. A lot of our channels cover that. I'm just here to give my predictions on who I think is going to win. Next up we got Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor versus Idris Virgo. I'm not really sure Idris Virgo is in Love Island. He's a boxer now. I think he's the professional boxer within Love Island before Tommy Fury. He as a boxer, he's a pretty okay boxer, a pretty decent boxer I must say. I'm not sure he's unbeaten, someone can correct me. And Anthony Taylor, I've watched Anthony Taylor fight people like James Gallagher in Bellator, watched Anthony Taylor fight Tommy Fury in a shit fight I must say. I watched Anthony Taylor fight Dylan Danis in the car park. Anthony Taylor is not a bad fighter. He understands the YouTube scene as a person who's not on YouTube, doesn't make YouTube videos, etc. He understands the YouTube scene. You gotta respect that. It's just very good. I seen one fight of him before, I can't remember who it was against, and he looked very comfortable in there. But I'm gonna go with Anthony Taylor to win the fight. Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor is going to beat Idris Virgo. Next up we got Swarms versus Ryan Taylor. Swarms is back again. We reacted to Swarms diss track. If you haven't seen it, check it out on that channel. I'll put the link on the cards above as well. Swarms does dropped a diss track on Ryan Taylor. Swarms has lost a lot of weight. He looks slim. He looks in good shape. But it's Ryan Taylor. Ryan Taylor is an absolute nutcase, and we like that. He got disqualified in his first fight for headbutting DK Money after like 20 seconds. He has fought Anthony Taylor before. Ryan Taylor did fight Anthony Taylor. It wasn't an exit. It was declared a draw, but Anthony Taylor boxed ahead of Ryan Taylor. Ryan Taylor got his head boxed off by Slim in his last fight as well. Ryan Taylor is a decent boxer. He just likes blocking punches with his face. And if Swarms is any type of player, I can see Swarms winning this fight. But I gotta go Ryan Taylor. I'm going Ryan Taylor. Next up we got BD versus the mystery fighter. I don't know what to say here. I think the mystery fighter is Alex Wasabi. You see it across the sheet across from us right now, the score or the full card. I think the mystery fighter is Alex Wasabi. I think it does. If it does Alex Wasabi, I'm gonna say Alex Wasabi beats Speed Dave. If you don't know who B Dave is, he's Stone Cold Steve Austin's nephew. B Dave is Stone Cold Steve Austin's nephew. He's had a few boxing fights before. He does not very technical. He's more of a street fighter than a boxer, a brawler I would say he is. But if the mystery fighter is Alex Wasabi, I'm taking Alex Wasabi over B Dave. I don't know who else the mystery fighter could be. Churdley's or Jay Swingler. I take Jay Swingler over B Dave. The only person I see B Dave beating is Churdley's, but I don't know if it does him. We have no idea who the mystery fighter is until fight night. I think it's this guy, Alex Wasabi, but we're about to find out tomorrow, or tonight. Next up we got the YouTube's best boxer. Mark my words, you'll see on tonight whenever he gets in the ring. Salt Pappy is the best boxer in the YouTube scene. Josh Bruckner was good in his fight against Chase Temperrr, though he didn't really have to put up much of a challenge against Chase Temperrr, but it was still a good fight nonetheless. Josh Bruckner is good, but Salt Pappy is the best boxer, the best technical boxer by a mile. the Zone and YouTube boxing has seen. So Pappy won this one, I think. Onto the co-main event. Oh baby, co-main event. Slim and Thompson-Eddie. I've never seen Thompson-Eddie fight, but on the pads he looked really good. There was a video of was it Riley? No. Was it Riley? JJ's ex-coaches, I can't remember their name off the top of my head now. They were videoing Slim when Thompson-Eddie was punching the pads, and Slim looked a little bit worried. But Slim's coach says anyone can look good in the pads, which is true. Thompson-Eddie looked really good in the pads. Anyone can look good on the pads. But it's Slim. Slim's undefeated. He holds one of the belts. He knocked out someone on his last. He beat the head of Ryan Taylor. He knocked someone out in the fight before it. I'm going Slim all day. So Thompson-Eddie could turn up and be this best boxer we don't know about. But for me, from what we've seen, it's Slim. The main event is here. KSI and FaZe Temperrr. Sidemen versus FaZe. The group we grew up watching. FaZe versus the group we started watching when we had our teenage years and the Sidemen. Who's gonna win? KSI said he picked FaZe Temperrr because he was training for a southpaw. I think KSI wins this, but I am not going to be surprised if FaZe Temperrr somehow beats KSI. I am not going to be surprised if somehow FaZe Temperrr does beat KSI. Temperrr is a decent fighter. He's now been trained by Deontay Wilder's coaches. And once you're being trained by Deontay Wilder's coaches, you know that you're doing something right, because Deontay Wilder is one of the best boxers in America. In the world as well, I should say. But I think KSI wants this. So we'll go through one more time. I spoke about each fight, but it's time to give the final ones. El Brook beats Fifth Ordway. Anthony Taylor beats Idris Virgo. Ryan Taylor beats Swarms. B Dave and a mystery fighter here. We don't know if it's Alex Wasabi like this. Alex Wasabi beats Dave. If it's Jay Swingler beats Dave. If it's anyone other than those two that we don't know about, B Dave will beat them. That's a toss up really. So Pappy beats Josh Bruckner. Slim Albahir beats Thompson-Eddie. And KSI beats FaZe Temperrr. The fight coverage starts at 7 o'clock on the Zone. Misfits X Series 004 starts at 7 o'clock fight coverage. I can't wait. If you are wanting to watch the fights, it is on pay-per-view. If you do want to come over to the stream, we are going to be streaming. Not streaming the fights, we're going to be watching the fights on a monitor. Me and a few other people is going to be here on stream watching the fights. We're just going to give you an audio description of what is happening and what we think. Just talk it through because we can't show the fights. So a few of us are going to be in Discord, a few is going to be here. If you do want to come around and have a bit of fun, maybe a few drinks and all too, twitch.tv/TD9games. Remember guys, stay safe, look after yourselves. It's been your boy T, and I'll see you all later on tomorrow. Later on tomorrow? Doesn't make sense. I'll see you all later on. Peace out. Oh, pardon me. I think that's done on the video.